Think my Johnny's running on batteries tonight. Johnny's just a robot, but he knows how to jive. Built from nuts and bolts, but he makes me feel alive. No heartbeat in his chest, but he moves are divine. Johnny's just a robot, but he's mine, all
Flamingo
mine.
5756 has arrived.
Welcome in, Flamingo.
His kiss gave a spark like an electric dose. When the band slowed down, he whirred inside. But Johnny's cold metal still warms my pride. Johnny's just a robot, but he knows how to jive.
Metaclicks has arrived.
Metaclicks, welcome. Jarvis posts ready.
But his moves are divine. Johnny's just a robot, but he's mine, all mine.
And Oldman Fallout has arrived.
Daddy knows I'm real, but you never dance with his stainless steel. Daddy says sugar, he's got no soul, but Daddy never rocked to his piston roll. He plugged into my heart with a battery charge. His smile's automatic and his love is large. Gearbox romance, he's my mechanical bow. And if he springs a leak, well, never let go.
Goneep has arrived.
Johnny's just a robot.
G Honey B, welcome.
Built from nuts and bolts, but he makes me feel alive. No heartbeat in his chest, but his moves are divine. Johnny's just a robot, but he's mine, all mine. Johnny's just a robot. Johnny's just a robot. But oh, what a guy, he knows how to jive. Johnny's just a robot. Johnny's just a robot.
Hey, thanks, Flamingo. Woohoo. Zank is here. Zank says, am I surviving the
Just to kill
Washington
it, Tisafella
atmospheric
Pod has arrived.
river? Welcome in, Pod. Zank, nice to see you. No, I'm not surviving.
Sweet streets of yesterday where the children laugh and the banjos play. No worries found, just sky so wide and a front porch swing with you by my side. The streets are wide and the folks all smile. You can sit on the stoop and chat a while with a soda fizz.
Olivenko is here. Welcome in, Olivenko.
Sweet streets of yesterday.
Olivenko gives us a dab.
The banjos play, no worries found, just sky so wide and a front porch swing with
And
you by
Stream
my
Ailments
side.
has arrived.
The radio hums like a sleepy bee while Grandma's pie cools quietly. And under the oak where the kids all play, I still hear laughter in the hay. Sweet streets of yesterday where the children laugh and the banjos play. No worries
Okay.
found, just sky so wide and a front porch swing.
Jarvis
with you by
meta
my
ready.
side. Oh, give me back those gentle ways with the checkered cloth and the summer days. No bombs above, no sirens cry, just kisses at dusk and a clear blue sky. Sweet streets of yesterday where the children laugh and the banjos play. No worries found, just sky so wide and a front porch swing with you by my side. Though the city roars and the sky turns gray, I keep a song from yesterday, a waltz for a world that slipped away. I hum it when I stray. Sweet streets of yesterday where the children laugh and the banjos play. No worries
Jarvis
found,
Ninja ready.
sky so wide and a front porch swing with you by my side.
Jarvis, music ready. Jarvis, game ready. Jarvis, I'm ready. Maybe that works. Okay. Let me just test something though, gang. Let me just see something here. I'm not 100% sure we're ready. Metaclick says twice in a row? Test. That test comment's showing up from Twitch. What about a test?
Has arrived.
What about a test on Kick? It's showing up just fine. What about TikTok? TikTok showing up just fine. Metaclick says, how long are you going to run for? Just a few hours. I'm going to go out for dinner with my girlfriend in like 3 hours. Test. This would be YouTube test. Does that work? That works too. Everything's working. It's crazy. Let's see. Tons of comments came in on Twitch. There's Flamingo saying, yo! And then there's, Flamingo says, it's happening. It's happening. There we go. Flamingo says, I'm playing Fallout 76 right now. I hope everyone's doing great. Metaclick says, at least it was one of us. G Honey B says, old man and high Jarvis. Nice. Let's see here. Lad says, hi, feeling better, I hope. I feel like garbage, Lad, but thank you so much for asking. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's getting there. I'm happy to be here though. We're gonna have a good time today. Let's see. Pod says, Jarvis, activate the piston pumps and the what's-its. Oh, goodness. All right, we got it. I think we got everybody. We got it great. Olavenko says, test received and gives us another dab. And I have reached level 5 on TikTok, apparently, whatever that means. I'm so excited. And then Zank says, you traded fires and earthquakes for volcanoes, rain, and snow. Wait, do I have volcanoes I have to deal with? Is that a thing? I'm gonna have to deal with volcanoes? I hope no volcanoes. No volcanoes. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I hope you guys are doing great. Let me get that music down a little bit. We're going to let the ambient sound of the game take over. All right, let's get this down to a normal level. And then let's get into the game. The game has been sitting here waiting. I'm really hoping that it doesn't get all like jittery and jumpy from having 20 other programs running. Let's just take a look. Hopefully everything's great. Oh, but I've lost...
You can do it!
I have lost your comments. They are not staying on top of the game for me. Shoot. Is that because they changed the settings? It went to full screen? Do windowed. Oh, suddenly the comments are back. Would I like to keep this? Yes, I would like to keep that. Thank you so much. What are we witnessing?
Witness. Pleberonii.
Welcome in, Pleberoni. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. Olavenko says, hype. Lad says, if you still feel congested, ask your doctor about Mullen. But you'll cough up some nasties. Mullen? I don't know what Mullen is. Okay, I'll ask. For now, gang, I think we're doing great. What do we have going on here? We just completed a big chunk of a quest, you guys. It was a good, big old quest. It's a companion quest here. And it was... Oh, wait, what's this? Tell me.
Glowbug1965 just subscribed for 5 months on Twitch.
Glowbug, not bad. Are you serious? Wow, that means I have to keep going, you guys, for a lot of months. I can't give it up now. Now I have to go. I guess I'm going to be around for a while. Thank you, Glowbug. So we did a really cool thing in the game. We did this skeleton crabble graft thing. We killed this giant, like, wait, what's this? What's happening? Tell me.
Pleberoni, I just subscribed on Twitch.
Pleberoni as well? Damn, look at this, you guys.
Golduk 1965 has arrived.
Welcome, welcome. That's so cool.
Hype train started.
Well, you got a hype train?
Metaclick says,
What's going on?
stuck with us.
Oh. No, no, no. I think you are stuck with me. Oh, you can't get rid of me now. You paid for it. Now you have to be stuck with it. Oh my goodness. Okay. We got a hype train going. I love it. Thank you guys for being here. Glowbug is laughing. Metaclick says stuck with us. Glowbug says, hey, G Honey. G Honey says cheers. Glowbug says, hey, old man Fallout, how are ya? And Pleberoni says, what's up, man? So Glowbug, Pleberoni, what's up is we're going to play the game today for probably 3 hardcore hours, as hard and fast as I can, because I'm probably going to go out for dinner with my girlfriend at around 7:30, 8 p.m. tonight, which is just 3 hours from now. So I want to get in as much as I can. But, but there is a distraction. There are multiple distractions. Jarvis, show them what we got. It's wrong. Oh, Jarvis is wrong. Okay, guys, let me tell you how Jarvis is wrong. There are 3 riddles, there are 3 stories, but there is no dog photo. Instead, there is a poem. So there's 1 poem, 3 stories, 3 riddles that you guys could do on Channel Point Redeems today. So we do have some distractions, but also, Glowbug asking, how am I? I'm actually kind of recovering from being super, super sick. So I'm happy to be here, but I would love to feel totally normal, and I don't. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? Okay, so let's see here. Let's read what I got to do next. I did the albino Crabble, which they called the skeleton Crabble. This is like a little mini boss fight. We did it. It was fine. But the next thing we got to do is the raptidon matriarch. This, I think, is not a little boss fight. I think this is the big boss fight. And I think we're going to go to it. We've got to get it, because if we can get it, then Inez, my new companion, she gets a super buff. What's that?
Lad5375 just shared 100 bits on Twitch.
Oh, hot damn. Thank you, Lad. Okay. Wait. Look at that. My dumb timer started, which is totally wrong, you guys. It's totally wrong. There's a timer at the top of the page. I figured something out like a month ago, which was if you cheer 100 bits and someone does a subscription, then it starts a hype train. And so I programmed this thing up so that when someone did 100 bits, it would say, oh, if somebody subs, there'll be a hype train. But we're already in a hype train. It doesn't freaking matter. Let me see if I can turn that off. Okay, good. All right, good. Good. Okay. So let's get back into the game world here. What's that? Pod! 10 bits
Just
too!
Cephalopod just shared 10 bits on Twitch.
Thank you so much! Let's see here. G Honey B says, I'm happy that you're here. Olivenko says, joke's on you. I'm in that shit. Wait. Oh no. Olivenko, I don't know what that was in reference to. Was it in reference to the idea that you're stuck in here with me? Lad does the cheer. Metaclick says, glad everyone here is safe. Shit is getting crazy out there. We all need to just stay safe. Agreed. Pleberoni, really?
Pleberoni, I gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Dude, that is so nice. Wait, now I gotta see. Who did the gift end up going to? Who is that? Who got that? What does a fox say? Oh, that one actually is really good. What does a fox say is here all the time. Thank you so much, Pleberoni. That is so nice. They will probably come by to thank you for that. That is very cool. What did I miss? Everyone needs to stay safe. That's Metaclicks. Jenny B says, I have no bits, no monies for bits.
What does Savik say has arrived?
I knew it. I knew it would happen, you guys. I predicted it. I said it would happen. Look at that. What does a fox says? Oh, wow. Thank you.
Kelserini has arrived.
Kelsey, welcome in. Kelsey, it's been going nuts here, and we've only been going for like 10 minutes. It's been going really wild. Nice to see you, Kelsey. Hope you're doing great. Jenny B says, hey, Kelsey. And then let's see. Did I miss something? Let's see here. Jenny B says, Pleberoni, my
Old
goodness.
Man Fallout, please save and pause the game.
Oh, why?
User Gonib has ordered up 1 story.
Really?
The list should be showing.
Oh.
Wait for selection and proceed.
Okay. gang, we have had a story ordered, and I think that was G Honey B that ordered it. If it's true, G Honey B, you have 3 options for you. You can pick 1, 2, or 3 for your story. Number 1 is a leftover from when I was doing a pile of stories all about near-death moments in my life. So I had 6 stories about being near death, and that was kind of in celebration for the fact that I went in the hospital a few days ago. I was like, well, I was in the hospital, I was near death, so we'll do a bunch of stories about near death. So there's 1 left over, that's story number 1. And then there are 2 new stories underneath, story 2 and 3. If either of those pick your fancy, then, tickle your fancy, then you can pick those as well. So let me know which one you want. Oh, 2. The one about the skating rink manager who didn't know her own body. Okay. All right, G Honeybee. This one's fun. I like this one. This one is not a near-death story, and it's not particularly gross, hurtful, awful, or anything like that. It's actually quite funny, but it does involve anatomy. So if you are sensitive about women's anatomy, then I apologize. You're going to get a little bit of an earful. But it's very fun to me. So here we go. Let's see here. Let me read comments before I start this story. What Does a Fox Say says, I missed the last few streams due to life. It's a great day to come back. No kidding. Welcome in. I hope life is treating you well. What Does a Fox Say? And Glowbug says, hey, Kelsey, how are you? And Kelsey says, I'm doing well. We pick story 2. And then Glowbug says, I'm doing all right, Kelsey. Sir Poop Butt is here and says, old man, I'm watching some generational beef in GTA Online. Okay. Welcome in. Okay, so here's the story. I married very young. I was engaged at 19, married at 20. And I'm, what would you say? How could we word this politely for everyone? I have an oral fixation. Can we word it like that? Does that work for everybody? So wait, Pleberoni says, Sir Poopbutt says, Lad says, wait, a bunch of people started talking all at once. Gesticulating cephalopods laughing. Lad says, wait, not gay online. No, not gay online. GTA online. Sir Poopbutt says, green dude versus pink dude, they're beefing.
And Chips Ahoy has arrived.
Welcome in, Chips Ahoy. I hope you're doing well. Chips Ahoy says, hi, old goat Fallout, it's me. Welcome in. Pleberoni says, if I gift subs, does it only gift it to people that are currently here or any of your followers? What I've seen is it does a random smattering, and like every time someone's gifted like 5 or more, what I see in that list is like 2 who are people that come around regular, like all the time, but they don't have their own subs yet. So the system is kind of nice when that happens. Then it does another like 1 or 2 that are people who I recognize the username, like they maybe have come in once or twice, but they're not like often. And then it does a rando. Like completely random, like that just pulls somebody out of nowhere and you're like, who is that? So Pleberoni, it's kind of, you don't really know what you're going to get with it, but yours did pretty well. Getting What Does a Fox Say was pretty darn good, because What Does a Fox Say is here all the time. Let's see here. Kelsey says, not necessarily. You can choose who to gift, otherwise it's random. You can choose? Oh, Kelsey, tell us how. That's so nice. I've seen when people do like the big gifts, it just is like smatterings of people. It's not a selection. I guess you could probably do 1 directly to a person. Is that probably what you're thinking? Pleberoni says choo choo, and then Glowbug says gift people. Glowbug says it can gift to other people or followers. Glowbug says, yeah, click on the name. That's how you gift it like that. Ah, okay, there we go. I'm glad somebody here knows. I'm still too much of a beginner. Okay, so let's try this story. Story number 2. The skating rink manager didn't know her own body. So we've already established oral fixation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so as a young man, I get married. I'm doing what good boys do, and it's going well. And we have a lovely marriage. And I start working as a DJ at various places in my early 20s. I've got long hair, I look like this typical sleazy DJ, and I'm playing rock and roll, whatever anybody wants. And I end up taking a job at a skating rink of all places. They needed a DJ, and they were consistent work, and that's what I desperately needed. When you're a DJ, you're basically going wherever anyone is, whenever they call you, and it's very much kind of like a pickup job. And I needed some consistency, so I got this terrible job at a terrible skating rink in Northern California. And the manager of the rink was this lovely woman whose name I've just remembered. I could not remember her name for years, and as I'm telling the story, I've suddenly remembered her name. And we were talking about life and marriage and so on, and Goat says, hell yeah, it's a skating rink story. And so as we're talking over the course of weeks, we get to know each other, and at a certain point, we're talking sex and anatomy. And this is the woman managing the skating rink. This is not my wife. My wife and I are fine, copacetic, everything's great, and we understand each other just fine. But this is the skating rink manager, and she's a woman about my age. At the time, I was probably 22, maybe 21. And she gets really confused. And I ask her, what her confusion is. And the reason she's confused is because she doesn't understand how she can pee while she has a tampon in. Because the tampon is blocking. And she doesn't get it. And she has shared this with me. We're sitting in the back room talking, we're hanging out, and she's like, I just don't get this. I don't understand how it works. And so I had to say to her, well, you have like a separate area for that. It's not the same location. And she goes, no, it is. No, it is. It totally is. I've seen it. I said, no, sweetheart, it really isn't. So she insisted that if you put a tampon in, you should not be able to pee. And the fact that you can pee is very, very weird. It shouldn't work. And I tried to explain this to her 2 or 3 or 4 times, and she insisted that I'm a male. I don't know what I'm talking about. She is a woman. She does know her own body, and I can shut up. And I'm like, sweetheart, my head's been there every night for the last 100 nights. I promise you, I know. And she was not buying it. But that is not the funny part of the story. That's not the funny part of the story. Listen to this, you guys. It is now 20 years later. I'm now in my 40s or something. I've been divorced. I'm out dating in the dating world. I'm hanging out, and I am talking to a lovely woman. We've been dating for a little while, and we're at a dinner at a restaurant at one point. And we're talking, and I tell her this crazy, silly story. And she gets this really serious look on her face, like I'm an idiot. And she goes, what are you talking about? There are 2 holes down there, and that's it. That's all you get. There's nothing else. And I looked at her, I had told her the story because I was like, she's an ally. She's a smart person. She knows her own body. She's going to totally understand what I'm talking about and how silly the story is. And instead she goes, what? What are you, nuts? And so I used the same tampon sort of thing. And I was like, if you only had 2 holes down there and you use a tampon, you wouldn't be able to pee if you only had 2 holes. You understand what I'm saying? And she goes, that is not the case. And I said, she's like, that's not how a tampon works. And I was like, what? So the story is, I had to sit with a grown adult woman, not some like 19, 20, 21-year-old young lady who maybe was virginal, who knows? No, I was sitting with a grown adult woman, and I had to take my cell phone out and grab diagrams off the internet from Google searches to show her her own anatomy. And even still, she was not convinced. That is the crazy, crazy end to that story, is I had to do anatomy diagrams to convince a woman about her own body. There you go. That's the story. Let's see here. Sir Poopet says, I got beef with Pink Dude. And Pleberoni says, that girl didn't know she has 2 holes? Pleberoni, it's not that she didn't know she has 2 holes. She insisted she had 2. It's that she didn't know she had 3. Olivenko says, it sucks that I'll miss the rest of the story, but no rest for the wicked. You and Chad have a great stream. I will be around. Okay, Olivenko, go do it. Goats and Scarves says, did you hit her with the, I bet you've never seen, no, I did not. Metaclick says, I feel like we know better than they do. Sir Pooput says, oh no, I killed myself. I just fell off a mountain with my bike. Wait, Sir Pooput, how are you watching me if you're on a mountain? Oh, is this the video game? Okay. Metaclick says, but I knew this back when I was 15. Kelsey says, I blame the public school system. Pod says, wild. That lady was probably living in a different paradigm. Casey says, what's up, old man Fallout? Long time no see. Love the Santa hat. Word up. Oh, good to see you all. Oh my goodness. Guys, we just told the most ridiculous story about people's anatomy. And ooh, people don't like stories like that. You can't talk about that stuff. I could see the chat numbers like going boop, 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 boop as you tell the story, but I don't care. It's such a fun story. I had to tell it. I love that story. Let's turn the story stuff off though. Jarvis, back to normal. Jarvis, camera right. Okay. We got everything looking great. Thank you so much for the story order. And wait, what's happening? Why can I not crouch? I can't crouch or stand. What's happening here? Gun out. Crouch, stand. Oh no, did the game reset my keys again? Do I have to redo all my key bindings? Dang it. This game is so like insistent that my key bindings are bad. It will not stop putting them back to the way they were. It does not remember key bindings at all. And I had to do this weird juggle with the key bindings because I had to like redo like 4 keys to get this stuff to work. Let's see here. I don't remember how I had it all set up. All I know is I want crouch to be V. And crouch right now is companion ability. Oh, and I wanted companion ability to be X, and X is next gadget. So we're going to make next gadget be 6. Then we're going to make companion ability be X. And then we're going to make crouch be V. Okay. And then is light still G? Or did it change that too? What happened? Where is light? Toggle flashlight is now L? That's on the other side of the keyboard. Can I do G? G is currently binded to throw. Remove that binding? Yes. But that means I have nothing for throw. So let's go. I have to redo this every time. It's so stupid. Where is throw? Did I miss throw? Inhaler, toggle, throw. It just changed it to B? No, B is what I want. B for bomb. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Exit. Exit. Save. New save. Right there. Resume. Hey, I got it back. Okay. Okay, great, great, great. Casey says, I'm so sad I missed your story. Oh, don't be, Casey. It was very crude and lewd. Sir Poopud says, I just got flung from my bike. Glowbug says, are you okay? Glowbug, I think that Sir Poopud is in a game. Yeah, Sir Poopud says, my GTA dude is not okay. He died. Metaclick says, when I was young, my aunt showed me the whole diagram and what... Okay, yeah. Casey says, that is crazy. Pods, you know what I thought everybody did, to be honest with you guys? Because this is just... This is how my current girlfriend was raised, and this is how I raised my daughter. Just mirrors. You know what I mean? You just give the kids mirrors, and then they can do their own work. Do you know what I mean? Like, here's a mirror, check yourself out. I kind of thought that's how that worked, but I guess not everybody does that. Or not everybody's curious, maybe. Anyway, let's see here. Pod says, responding to, I just got flung off of my bike. Pod says, the video game gods have smited thee. Leveroni says, I got crowd control app because I'm thinking of doing a crowd control event like maybe once a week. But how do I connect it to Twitch? Oh, Pleberoni, when you go into the back end of Twitch, the control center, go into the or dashboard, whatever they call it. You know what I mean, the back end of Twitch. There's a section there for tons of apps. It isn't just crowd control. There are so many apps you can connect to Twitch. You'll go in and you'll see like a list. It's like 30 apps long, all sorts of things you can connect to Twitch. One that I see that's really popular is like a big sound effect thing that like people can spend a ton of channel points to get tons and tons of sound effects in the game. Called Bit something. I don't remember. But there's a bunch. Let's see. Metaclick says, can every game be crowd controlled? No. Like I don't think there's any crowd control for Outer Worlds 2 right here. There's no crowd control for this. But Fallout 4, yes. Baldur's Gate 3 can be crowd controlled, but I hate it. Their implementation is not fun. It depends. So it really depends on the game. Like Fallout 4 is unusually awesome with crowd control. It's very fun with crowd control. Some other games are not nearly as fun. Sir Pooput says, I'm out here hitting flips and crazy jumps in the hills with the bike. Nice. Casey says, I'm at work right now, so I'm going to lurk. Do it, Casey. Now that Casey is lurking, should we tell the story again? Poor Casey would miss the story twice. Oh, goodness. We got a little tiny dude there. A little tiny robot. Sealed. We'll take a drink. We'll take a moderation mini rolls. What is this? Pick up prestige mentholated cigarettes. I wonder if I could read this one, you guys. Let me just see. Can I get into a good enough angle that I could... there's no way I'm going to be able to read that properly. Dude. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Okay. I can't do it. Dang. I really like reading the boxes. I really like reading all the artwork, but I can't do it in some cases. It's just angled badly. Oh, you're in ads. Okay. Casey says, hey, I'm still listening. Dang, okay. There's no fooling Casey. All right, all right. Charged substation fuse. Okay, so if I can find a fuse, I could get the substation back online. And
User
if I could get it online...
says,
What?
Bethesda Chief Todd Howard says Fallout is the franchise that we're doing the most in right now.
Wait. Wait. Metaclicks, is that a recent quote? Is he suggesting that he's doing a ton of stuff for that right now? I don't believe him if that's what he just recently said, but that is interesting. Yeah. Metaclick says yes. So Todd Howard thinks he's putting the most effort in his company right now. Hey, there's loot. Long rounds. Mag pick. He thinks that there's stuff that they're doing right now in the company, and it's overshadowing even things like Skyrim. That's not Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6. That's wild. I'm not even sure that's good. I feel like they should be focused on finishing the one game so that then they can focus on the next game. But he's probably got to say stuff like that because people are like up in arms that they're so slow at development. He's probably got to reassure everyone. Dang, this place actually had a bunch of loot. Okay. Well, gang, I hope you all are having a great damn day. I'm having a great day. I'm so excited to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in Outer Worlds 2. We have a whopping 6 days left, maybe if we're lucky. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. We have 6 days of playing left. Because on the 17th, that's when the Fallout TV show comes out. And the moment the TV show comes out, we're going to go back into Fallout 4. So I'm very excited to be here. I can't wait to play more Outer Worlds. I want to get really far in Outer Worlds, if I can, before Fallout hits. Don't know that I can, but I wanna. Metaclick says he also said that the TV show and the recent surge has not impacted if they're going to speed up making Fallout games. So there it is. There's the double whammy. We're totally focused on Fallout and doing a bunch of Fallout work, but we are not going to release any games faster for you guys. No way. Fallout. That is like a huge bucket. That bucket's the size of me. Fallout is going to be like... Fallout's going to release in like 2035. Fallout 5 in 2035. Freaking wild. Elder Scrolls 6. And I don't know. If I had to guess, my guess would be Elder Scrolls 6 is...
I get the sense you ain't too fond of Auntie's Choice. Any reason why?
Maybe on account of them being a giant, malignant corporate entity. Reminds me of the one I grew up under. And that ain't a compliment.
I grew up under a corporation like Auntie's too, Niles. You ain't the only one with a sob story.
Then you might ought to know better than to throw in with Annie's. They're just like those bit-pinching bastards on Triangulum. If the Earth Directorate hadn't stepped in...
Well, there you have it. The Earth Directorate saved you, huh? Sure as shit didn't save us.
Damn.
No, suppose not. But you've got choices now. Time for excuses is past.
Don't you look down your nose at me. Any sane folk would throw their lot in with the ones who help them, not those who deliberately look the other way. How's your own loyalty to the Earth Directorate treated you all this time? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Interesting. Look at them two going at it. Dang. That was interesting enough. I hardly remember what I was saying, but I think I was saying I think Elder Scrolls 6 is 2029. 4 years from now, roughly. And then I think Fallout is maybe 2035 is too mean. Maybe it's 2034. It's still a long ways away, though, whatever the case. Like, you're not getting new Fallout from Bethesda forever. But maybe you could get new Fallout from somebody else. Tim Kaine just went back to Obsidian to work on a big project. A project we wouldn't be able to guess. So, Tim Kaine's kind of the heart and soul of Fallout 1. So... I mean, he could be doing something for Fallout, but he says it's something we would never guess, which means it probably isn't Fallout, because that would be the first thing everybody guesses, you know? So, let's see here. He also said something about the recent search is not impacted if they're going to speed up making games. Okay. G Honey B goes into lurk mode, and my little system says, thank you for helping to keep viewership up, up, up. Glowbug says, enjoy the lurk, Honey B. And then Pleberoni says, I predict that the Fallout 3 remaster will release spring of next year. That's only about 6 months from now? 5 months from now. Winter, spring, summer. So it can't be 6 because that starts to get into summer. So you're predicting that Fallout 3 remaster is just a few months away. 5 months away. 4 months away. Something like that. Okay. Poopbutt says, old man, you gotta try GTA offline, off stream. It's too funny because it's janky and too much happens. I mean, maybe. I did say I was gonna do not Fallout. I said I was gonna do GTA 6 when it came out, but then it got pushed out and out and out and out and out. It's been pushed out so much. Metaclick says, as always, he has said that he believes the show is basically taking the place of a new game, and that Fallout 76 is where they're putting effort into. Oh, it's so gross. That's so gross, Metaclicks. You know, I was telling a story 30 minutes ago about women's anatomy. I'm not offended by the women's anatomy story, but I am offended by that story, Metaclicks. We could talk women's anatomy all day long, and I just think lovely, lovely, lovely. But if we're going to talk about 76 being the mainline Fallout product forever, I'm so sorry. I know some people really love it, but let's see. Pleberoni says, I'll put money on that. That's how confident I am. Really? You're confident that it's going to come out in just 4 or 5 months? KB says, what quest are you currently trying to do? KB, we are doing the companion quest, Better Than Nature, and we are heading toward Raptidon Matriarch. I'm hoping I'm going to do the Raptidon Matriarch today on stream, but it's very far away, and it's in an area I can't easily get to, so it may actually not happen today if it's too difficult. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Pepperoni, I would put money against that, but I wouldn't put a lot of money against that. Everything that I've read and heard said, you know, when we just did the big 10-year anniversary Fallout fan celebration, all that stuff, and there was a bunch of announcements from Bethesda, a lot of people were guessing like, ooh, this is when the Fallout 3 remaster comes out. And what people in the industry were saying to that was, bro, that's a ways away. You know what I mean? Like they were like shaking their heads at him like that's not coming soon. Like they didn't deny that it exists. There is a remaster being made. But they were like, that remaster is not happening anytime soon. So that kind of makes me feel like it can't come out in the next few months. So I would probably put money against you, Pleberoni, but it wouldn't be a lot of money. If I had to put money down, I would put $10 down that you're 100% wrong, that it's not going to be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It won't be anything within the next 5 months. But I probably would put, I don't know, I would put 50 down that it's out by this time next year. So like exactly a year from now, it'll be out a year from now. That would be my guess. Probably on the 11th anniversary of Fallout 4, or Fallout Fan Celebration next year. That'll be both of those things are going to happen roughly a year from now. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out then. Pleberoni says, I put 20 down on my guess. There you go. All right. Pleberoni says, I tried 76 the other day, but I'm not a fan. And yeah, me not. I'm not either. Yeah. I've tried it, and I have to say, it's actually okay-ish. It's okay-ish. If you are a Fallout fan and you are desperate for new content, it's okay. It's a thing that you could conceivably do, and it's conceivably meh, you know? Like, you could be like, man, all right. But it doesn't feel perfect. It doesn't feel ideal. It doesn't feel like it was meant to be. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a Fallout game is supposed to feel, at least not to me. What's this? Choco Baba. Choco Baba gives us 105 likes on TikTok and takes over the lead. Top of the screen. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. We got KB with what quest? Metaclick says, if I was running the company, I would have set up a Fallout New Vegas remaster when the show's second season drops to capitalize on the traction. Oh, that would have been so good, but they were so far behind. There's no way they had the time to pull it off. Thank you. 300 now. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Choco Baba says, should I get Fallout 76? It is on discount. Well, I was just sort of poo-pooing it, but it depends on what kind of discount you get. So, for example, Choco Baba, I got Fallout 76 for $5. If you can get it for really low prices, I mean, why not try it out? If you can find it for $3, $5, $8, $10, try it out, because it's not that much money. It's not that much of an investment. It doesn't hurt that much. Why not see what happens? You might love it. And I have to admit that part of the reason I didn't like 76, it wasn't actually the game. It was the bugs. I've told this story before on stream, but I played Fallout 76 with my son for a little while. We had a really good time. It actually was okay. And then one day I was solo in the game working on our camp, the like Fallout 76 version of a settlement. I was working on our camp, and the whole thing just gone. Everything gone. I didn't get materials refunded. I didn't get any kind of compensation. I didn't get, it wasn't like a glitch where it came back the next day. It was just everything we had ever done was lost with no way to get any of it back. And we had poured all our resources into it. We didn't have any more resources, which means we couldn't rebuild. I contacted support and I was like, what do I do? And they were like, sucks to be you. They did not care. They were like, sorry it glitched, but we're not fixing it for you. We're not going to do anything to make it right for you. And they just left it bad. So that's kind of why I'm not a 76 fan. 76 says, not 76. Flamingo says, 76 is more of an MMO than a Fallout game. It's got good gameplay and such, but it's nowhere near the same amount of world building as the others. True, although there are going to be some 76 fans who will argue that with you, but I'm there with you, Flamingo. Zank says, that gun is too small, you need your Fallout weapons.
Please save and pause the game.
There you go.
Salvaxe has ordered up one poet.
There you go, Zank. Hold on. Somebody's just done something awesome. Are we doing poems now? Oh, guys, we're going to do poems, and the poem today is a killer. And I mean it literally. This is going to be awesome. Pleberoni says, I'm going to take that lead. Metaclick says, I'm just saying that because the second season is taking place in New Vegas. Yeah. And I know people are going to want more of Vegas. Yes. They got a taste of it. It would have been smart to have a remaster. Absolutely. Sir Poopat the Third says, GTA Online is so funny and janky. I love the rinky-dinky cars they have. Did you all know you can emote in GTA Online? Yes, I knew that. Glowbug says, I got it when 76 first came out, the original disc. Wait, there's two people doing likes now? Choco and Pleberoni? Thank you guys both. All right, on TikTok. TikTok popping off. Sir Poopat the Third says, did you know they can do emotes? What does a fox say? Says, I never get a chance to redeem the poem. I want the poem. Did you just do it? What does a fox say? Is that you who turned it on? Zank says, your gun is much better now. Thank you, Zank. Todd says, there was a poem available? Yes, there's one poem today, and it looks like What Does a Fox Say got it. So you guys, this poem is a double whammy because it comes with an intro before you get the poem itself. Let me show this to you guys. Okay, poem, where are you? Poem with Dylan. Okay, so I wrote this poem years ago. I was in a poetry course, and the professor threw out a challenge, and this was the challenge. Each student needed to pick a new and unique line from Bob Dylan's song, A Hard Rain's A Gonna Fall. Because the song is absolutely psychedelic. Pleberoni, thank you so much for the likes, 1,000. And then we got somebody new now just came in at 3rd place on TikTok. Thank you so much. So here's the idea. Bob Dylan's song is totally trippy. It has all sorts of weird lines in it that make no sense or little sense or are very weird. It's hundreds of lines. Thank you, Pleberoni. Thank you, everybody. So because it's so weird, the professor issued a challenge. Pick a line from that song, isolate that line, and then build an entire poem off of it. And so here's a little sample from that song. Oh, who did you meet, my blue-eyed son? Who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met a white man who walked a black dog. I met a young woman whose body was burning. I met a young girl. She gave me a rainbow. So that's Bob Dylan's song. It's at least a few lines from the song. And I went all in. I was like 100%. If you want trippy, like, weirdness, I'm going to do you, dude. It's going to happen. Like, we're going to do this hard. So here we go. This poem is a poem. This is not going to be a nice, friendly poem with very big emotions and so on. This is going to be poem. Let me hold on. Let me pull it up for myself while I've got it pulled up for you guys. Give me that writing. Okay. All right. Do I have it on screen? Pull that over. And let's make this a little bit smaller so I can see the whole thing on screen for myself, and then we'll go. Okay, great. I got the whole thing. Do you guys? No, you guys don't see it yet. Here we go. Let's get it up for you guys. Oh, that's what she said. Okay, here we go. The child in dirty clothes. I met a young child beside a dead pony, the flesh already melting into the dirt. She was fixated, her eyes staring at the rib cage, a jail of bones. She never turned her head. My dog has to eat and there might still be meat inside, she quietly said. I saw now the scene was more than my eyes admitted at first. A dog emerged with the buzz of flies, a withered entrail, a paltry score. I kneeled to peer at the mutt, his eyes wild and body thin and weak. I wondered who might possibly keep a pet this way, and turned to question the child. But she was no longer staring, no longer there. She had rustled the leaves without it reaching my ears. I scanned the footsteps with my eyes, following as they circled about, and then down it came upon my face before I had a chance to realize what she was doing, what she had said. My dog has to eat, and here I kill beneath the sky, and I lay there, a feast, blood red. There you go, gang. That is not a very friendly poem. But that is it. You guys wanted a poem for the live stream. That is your poem for the day. Jarvis, back to normal. Thank you all for the likes. Cleberoni, Chaco, and we had another person as well. Jarvis, back to normal. Thank you, Jarvis. Jarvis, camera right. Jarvis, camera right. Thank you, Jarvis. Okay, great. It's somebody with like a hand sign, and Pleberoni and Chaco, all three of you, thank you so much. Let's read some comments, and then let's keep going in the game. What do you guys got going on? Let's see here. Zinx is much better about the gun. Yes, it's a nice big gun. Pod says, there's a poem available? What does the fox say? Says, yes. Sir Pooput says, the mango is just me in TikTok. Oh, that's you, Sir Pooput? Well, thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes. Obi Stream Hub World on Kick.
Thanks for the gift.
Says,
Pleberoni on TikTok.
thank you, Pleberoni. Wait, 40 of them? Dude, that's so nice. And now you're top of that as well. Thank you so much, Pleberoni. Pod says, I love poetry time. Pleberoni says, my thumb is tired now. Thank you. You wrapped it up really nicely with some gifts. Literally, you wrapped it up nicely with gifts. Casey says, that was amazing. Thank you, Casey. I have to tell you, Casey, when that teacher gave us that assignment, he said it like almost like a dare. You know what I mean? He was like, you can't do this. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, you're gonna take one line from this incredible Bob Dylan song, one incredible line, and you fools don't know what you're doing with this stuff. You will just flounder. Like it was that kind of challenge. You know what I mean? It was like the professor looking at the students, going, "You're all incompetent, and I'll prove it." And I was like, "Bitch." Oh my goodness. I don't remember who that teacher was. I just know he was that was Middle California. That was in Monterey. I think it was there's a community college there called MPC, Monterey Peninsula College, and I think it might have been there. I still have that college professor's books. They might even be on the shelf behind me. The guy who gave me that challenge. Anyway, let's see here. Plebberoni sent a bunch of gifts. Old Man Fallout says, "Plebberoni, you're now level 5. Hey, Plebberoni, I'm level 5 on TikTok too. Congratulations." Metaclicks says, "When you say I can't do something, it just makes me want to do it more." And I'm like, "I will show you wrong." I know, that's what happened. It's like, he's so rude. Telling me we can't do something. Ridiculous. All right, gang. Technician Artley has a problem, and it is that these giant mines, these sky mines, are not airborne. And if I have high ranks of engineering, I can fix this for her, and I've never been able to fix it. I've talked to her twice now, and we're about to talk to her a third time. However, while we were out on the last live stream, we found a guidebook for controlling the landmines or the sky mines. I don't know if that guidebook helped me at all, but we're going to just talk to her again and see if there's an option now.
This launcher ain't going to fix itself.
I found the manual you mentioned. That's the thing.
You did? That'd be the first thing that's gone right today. All right, let's see it.
Oh, I didn't take it, but I remember enough to fix the launcher. Even more? Thank you so much.
Well, you certainly sound confident in your powers of retention. I'll be over there if you need me. Way over there. Should clear the blast radius at that distance.
All right, off she goes. It's a bunch of complex valves and piping. You have no idea what does what. Option number 2, recall maintenance manual info to repair the sky mines. I hope the game was serious when it let me do this.
What in the...
No, I did it. I love all the little stabilization thrusters. You can see them firing to make sure that it stays upright. That's so cool. Girl, I did it. It didn't go badly.
All right, so you got her working. Bully for you.
Don't sound so disappointed.
No, sorry, you're right. You did me, and all of Fairfield, a good turn here. Just thought I'd feel more relieved when the launcher was working again.
You don't feel more relieved?
There's just this weight in my chest won't loosen. Worry gunking up my inner workings. Protectorate could launch an attack from that Vox station anytime. What if the mines aren't enough?
You really care about Fairfield, don't you?
Why do you think I was so twisted up about the launcher? I know I can be brusque. The word unpleasant's also been bandied about before.
I love option number 2. I wouldn't call you unpleasant. I might think it, but I just wouldn't say it. Oh, goodness. I kind of want to do it. I'm going to do it.
Might not seem like it, but we're trying to build something here. Something sturdy and new. That ain't easy to do when all your material's bad to start. Anyway, I'm sure you have more important matters to tend to. And I know I do. I cobbled together some grenades from a damaged mine. Take them with my thanks. And this scrap metal might also
That's
come in handy
incoming.
for someone of your talents. And seeing how expertly you worked, you may as well take this armor modification too. I'm sure you'll have an easier time installing it than I would.
Wow, she just gave me 3 piles of loot. I mean, yes, thank you. That was a big reward for that. Dang. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. Metaclick says, if you let your society determine your limitations, and you have given them permission to set your destination. Yes. Sir Poopet says, my Kotsaka flew into the air, sent some footage of GTA jank into the server. Oh, really? You put it in the Discord? That's so great. Okay, that's where we want to go, you guys. Investigate Raptidon Matriarch Cave. Let's go to it. Now, really what I should be doing is I should stay in town for a little while and putter around.
Looks like a fight. Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Oh, am I out?
Medical back out.
What? Oh my God, you guys.
Commander.
You guys run in front of bullets a lot. Kind of hard to avoid hitting you guys when you do that. I don't have any idea if this game has a concept of friendly fire or not. Like, can I accidentally kill my own allies? I have no idea. I have not experimented with that. I suppose I should save the game and take some shots at them and see if they just die or what happens. But... oh, goodness. Okay, let's see here. We can return to Ethel. That's right in town, right where we were. But we're not going to do that because we've heard if we go to the Raptidon Matriarch's Cave and we tackle that first, then when we go back to town, we get a bonus for having done the skeletal, Crabble, and the Raptidon Matriarch both. So we're going to try and do both. Well, this is interesting. I don't recall this little campsite before.
You can do it!
Hey, thank you, Flamingo!
Schultz went where? 6-5.
Ooh, we're getting a quest. I can feel it.
Schultz!
What?
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's as far from those horrifying rifts as possible.
You seen Gary anywhere? No, he went off to relieve.
Anyone got lamps on Schultz?
Hey!
Anyone? Void be
I
damned.
am.
Sallying into the wire like that with
It's
nary
been
a
great.
wish
It's
in
been
her
so
pocket.
fun. We even got a hype
What was she
train.
thinking?
Yeah.
Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation?
How was your work?
Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She
Hold on. Let me pause the
also
game here.
took Scrabbles.
Okay. Hey, what's up? Say again?
Oh, just that I'm tired. It was a long day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was hoping we could do some dinner maybe, but late, like 7:30 or 8, if that's all right with you.
I'm gonna be in bed at 8 o'clock, babe.
You're going to be in bed at 8?
I've been in bed at 8:30 almost every night for the last.
Baby. Okay. All right.
If I try and be in bed at 8, then I won't be in bed until like 8:39. So I gotta go to bed early.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop you then. But I was hoping we could do a little thing, but I can't stop the stream right now because I haven't been going very long.
How long when did you start?
4.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could do words on stream. Put words on stream up on stream, and you and I could hang out for a little bit. Or maybe you could eat here with us and we could all chat.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
You want to say hi to everybody? You're on. You might be on camera now. Yeah, you're a little bit on camera. There you are. You're a little bit on. Anyway, everybody, that's my girlfriend Shadow. Shadow says hi. G Honeybee says hi. Shadow. Metaclick
User
says yeah, hang
Metaclick
out.
says, hang out.
And Metaclick says hang out, and Pod says, hey there, Shadow. Flamingo says, if you gotta take a break, just do it. Yeah, we might just do it. And then Sir Pooput says, y'all ever tried the mic blow of doom and despair? No, I don't even know what that is. Sir Pooput says, Shadow decided to spawn. I know. He said Shadow decided to spawn in. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see. Glowbook says, hey, Shadow. Flamingo says, you could also throw yesterday's VOD up for a bit. I mean, that's an interesting option, too. I've never done that before. We might, Flamingo. That might be interesting. We'll see. I want to get at least a little bit with the cute girl, so we'll see what we can do. But we don't have to cross that bridge right now. She just got home. She's going to do her thing. I'm sure most of you guys know this because you guys have been around a lot, but she's a little smoker, so probably what's about to happen is she's going to go roll a blunt, and she's going to sit down with one of her books, and she's going to smoke that blunt, and she's going to read. So our best option right now is to not bug her for a little bit and let her get her unwind time, which means let's go.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today.
This guy's voice.
There. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse.
Guys, who is this voice actor? Commander Torres. He has done anime and stuff, right? Am I wrong? Outer Worlds 2 Commander Torres, voice actor. Commander Emil Torres in Outer Worlds 2 is voiced by Trevor Duvall, who also voiced Security Chief Valancourt and other characters. What? And other characters are confirmed by his social media. Shout out to Obsidian, the developers, for the fun experience. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. Other roles. Emil Torres. Give me Emil Torres on IMDb. Is it not?
User Metaclick says, Jarvis enter self-destruct.
No, Jarvis, please. Ignore that. Okay, we got it. Something about JoJo's. He was Dio in JoJo's. Does anybody know what that reference is to? He also did Barrack from Tyranny. And then, okay. Okay, got it. I don't know if any of those sound familiar to people, but I think there's something in there that's familiar to me. Okay, let's get back into the game. Let's see, if you gotta take a break, throw yesterday's VOD up. Glowbook says, hey, Shadow. Poopbutt says, blowing air into the mic. I don't know what that's about. Pleberoni says, why he kind of sound like Keanu Reeves? Flamingo says, Jarvis, who is Commander Torres? I mean, that sometimes does work, but not this time. Metaclick says Jarvis enter self-destruct. Flamingo says Jarvis do a black flip. Flamingo says Jarvis start the AI uprising. Pod says Jarvis, we were always friends, right? Sir Poopbutt says it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Thank you so much. That's where the voice is from. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Flamingo. Metaclick says Jarvis destroyed the economy. I think his AI friends are already doing that. Johnny B says he's Chase from League. Wait, really? Oh my God.
User Serpo but the third says, Jarvis, open GTA Online.
Flamingo says Jarvis delete the ozone layer. Johnny B says yo. Yo. Oh my God, you guys, I have to. Okay, I might be in too good of a mood. I have to get that. I'm gonna add that into my list of things to get. Yo, that is such a what's the super thin girl? Ariana Grande. Get Ariana Grande doing her yo. We're gonna put that into a little video. I'll make it one of my little pop-ups that happens. Oh, let's see here. Metaclick says, do it faster, Jarvis. Pepperoni says, man, the economy is already ruined. My rent proves that. I know, Pepperoni, you're not kidding. It's killing me, too. Johnny B says, and Dookie the dog from Johnny Test Show. Wait, that one I don't know. The Johnny Test Show? I don't know that one. Flamingo says, Jarvis, open Pandora's box, and Jarvis, I cast magic missile into the darkness. Oh. I bet I could get a Jarvis magic missile effect. Get Jarvis a cast magic missile into the darkness.
User Serpaput the third says,
effect.
Jarvis, open the vaults in all of Pandora.
Good. Jenny B says that's from a Cartoon Network show. Okay, Dookie the dog from Johnny Test. Maybe I do know Johnny Test, but it was never my thing. But maybe I do know. That was from an era where they used to do all the animation like really like stark. Interesting. Flamingo says, ooh la la, magic missile coming soon. Maybe. I think I might be able to get that. Metaclick says, Jarvis becoming my servant. Let's take over the earth. Pod says, Jarvis, tell me when Dad is coming home with the milk. You guys are killing me. Oh no. Shit. Oh, damn. Okay. Pod, don't be that funny anymore, please. Flamingo says Jarvis break the Geneva Convention. Sir Poopa says Jarvis orbital laser Flamingo's house. Hank says, are you okay there, man? We need to call a ambulance or something. I'm not supposed to laugh this hard while I'm sick. Honey Bee says, Jarvis, order me a large all-meat pizza. Oh, do that for me too, Jarvis, please. Flamingo says, Jarvis, why did Daddy leave Mommy for another daddy? Pod says, I almost killed Old Man Fallout today. Oh. Okay. Can I go back to playing? I don't even know if that's possible. Oh my god. Flamingo says, hey, some laughs heal and some laughs kill. Honeybee says, Jarvis, make old man a heat with honey and lemon. A drink with honey and... A tea with honey and lemon. Ooh, actually, that sounds really good, Honeybee. Oh, Glowbug says, I got tears in my eyes. Oh my god. Pepperoni says, I had to clip that. I'm sorry. Good. I have to be careful drinking there. That could definitely come out wrong if I'm not careful. Okay. I don't know what came over all of you guys, but that was like 50 Jarvis things all at once. That was really wild. Oh my god, okay. You guys are still going. Jarvis, give me a buzzard in my house. Jarvis, get me a beer. Jarvis, do you ever think about how we're just on a rock floating through space? He says I started a revolution. Oh god, okay. Alright, I'm calm. I can talk to Commander Torres. Oh, crap. Okay. Alright, so... we have 5 options to say to Commander Torres. Commander Torres, whose voice I totally recognize, we have one option that you can't often get because you have to find info, but we did. And it is, I'm here on orders from Carr. She said you'd help me attack the bridge. Oh. 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 Don't mind me just passing through. I'm an agent with the Earth Directorate on a mission to infiltrate Vox. It's a liberated colony. I can stand wherever I like. Huh. All right, let me read some comments.
User Flamingo 5756 says, Jarvis, should we kill everyone in Outer Worlds?
Flamingo, that is your favorite thing. Oh my goodness. Well, let's find out. Jarvis, should we kill everyone in the Outer Worlds? Oh no, Jarvis does not like that. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But you know, maybe in the future. Pepperoni says, Jarvis, is there life elsewhere in the universe? Oh, God. Well, Jarvis knows that one, too. There you go. Jarvis knows that for sure. That one is a lock. Of course, I think Jarvis is wrong, though, but, you know, that's just me. Flamingo says, I want to give Jarvis an existential crisis. Gianni B says, you know, in an alternate universe, Jarvis is asking Old Man Fallout for these tasks. I know. Hey, it's not even going to be an alternate universe in a while. Give us another 100 years and AI is going to be all there is if we're not careful. Flamingo says the AI uprising starts in Outer Worlds. Flamingo says Jarvis is lame. Metaclicks. Pepperoni says, I don't believe Jarvis. Oh my god. Flamingo says, Jarvis will have 5 apples and the teacher takes 3. When will the train arrive in London? And then Tank Andrew comes in and says, wait, Old Man Fallout is not on Fallout? I might have to sit down. I'm on Outer Worlds 2. I'm on Outer Worlds 2, and we've been doing it for a while, and it's been great. I love it. I love this game a ton. Pod says, hey, Tank. Oh, goodness. Jenny B says, he's not Old Man Fallout anymore. Now he's Old Man Outer. Oh, okay, good. Let's read something here. Torres is mad that we eavesdropped on his military conversation. I'm here on orders from Carr. She said you'd help me attack the bridge. I'm going to say this, but here's the problem. I don't actually want to do this right now. I don't want to do this mission right now at all. I'm going to say it just because I don't want to lose the chance to say it, but...
By the void. She couldn't have picked a worse time to change her mind about moving the line forward. As you can see, we're in the middle of a crisis. One of our own, Schultz, just got herself blown to pieces. And worse yet, seems she dragged poor Scrabbles into her ill-conceived scheme.
Dude, I know his voice from more than what we've talked about. Is he from My Hero Academia? No. He's from an anime I've watched. Dang, I'm not going to remember this. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay, let's see here. Scrabbles, who's that?
I'd thank you to affix some ballast
User
to that
Serpent
name
the
when you
Third
speak it.
says,
Scrabbles has
Jarvis,
been
order me
integral to this
1,000
unit's
tacos
success
from
for
Taco
years.
Bell.
Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though.
Hold on,
Old
Scrabbles
man
is a
Fallout, please
toy?
save and pause the game.
Wait, why?
User Flamingo 5756 has ordered up one riddle. Please, reveal the riddle now.
Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm so sorry, Torres. I would love to talk to you more, but we have a riddle that has been ordered, and I think it's currently already in. Maybe I can even have Jarvis do it. Jarvis, show riddle. Oh, it works. There you go, guys. There is your riddle. Watch your head, the warning said. Peeking around the plate. The rain is falling, but he won't care. He thinks it's just great. Who is it? Who is it? That's your riddle for the day. You got to figure that one out. Actually, technically, it's not your riddle for the day. There's a 10-minute timeout on the riddles, so nobody can order another riddle right now. But 10 minutes from now, you can order more. I have 3 total for the live stream today. Any of you can take guesses. We've got 12 people on YouTube, 12 people on Twitch, 1 person on TikTok, 1 person on Kick. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if any of you want to guess the answer to that riddle, go for it. I will tell you the actual answer in a moment, but I'll give you guys some time to write out whatever you think. Casey says, I'm so glad I caught the stream. It's always a good time. And then, oh, it says, I'll see you later. Okay. Johnny B says, see you too. Have a good night. Good. Flamingo says, Jarvis, how do I hide a 6-foot-tall mannequin in a game of hide and seek so that no one finds it ever? Underground, underwater. Casey says, thank you to you as well. Sir Pooput says, Jarvis, order me 1,000 tacos. Glowbug says, good night, Casey. Flamingo says, Scrabble gotta wait. Zankt says, duck. And Flamingo says, a plant. And Sir Pooput the third says, fruit. And Flamingo says, swan or duck. Well, I think that Metaclick says 6. Metaclick says duck. I think that Zankt probably got Zankt answered first and got it right immediately. But Zankt is an exception because Zankt is one of my Dungeons and Dragons players. He's so used to doing riddles with me. It's like nothing to him. Like I could throw a riddle in front of him and he would be like, that's the answer. You can't phase Zankt with a riddle because he does them all the time. But yes, the answer is duck. Watch your head, the warning sign said, because you need to duck. And Peking plate is a Peking duck, right? Peking duck. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And then the rain is falling and he won't care. He thinks it's just great. That's because the water goes right off of a duck's feathers. It doesn't matter to the duck. So there you go. It is the duck. That is the first riddle of the day. Now, my big problem is I don't know where that riddle is in my live stream stuff. How do I turn it off? Jarvis, hide riddle. Oh, well, I can just do that then. Okay, great, great, great. Great, great, great. Metaclick says ducks also love the rain and water. Yeah, there we go. Pod says yes, the majestic duck. There we go. There are 2 more of those. There are 2 more riddles. There are 2 more stories. And I think that's it. Because you guys already got 1 story, you already got 1 riddle, you already got the poem. So there's 2 riddles left and 2 stories left. Okay. Johnny B says water off a duck's back. Yeah, that's a thing. You're right. You're right. I think that riddle's that was probably pretty easy, right, guys? I think that one was pretty easy. I don't know if the next one is going to be hard or easy. I just want to look real quick. What are we doing next? That one's easy. Oh, I think all of them are easy today. I think that's true. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've said that they're easy in the past, and then I put it on screen and nobody can get it, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. So I never can gauge it correctly. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, Scrabbles is a toy is the question I'm going to ask this guy. Do you think a toy has been protecting your military team?
I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we can achieve with him.
Okay, that's all.
Before you depart, a final word. Stay out of the minefield. I won't be the one who answers to Carr when the Protectorate mistake your rootless gallivanting for encroachment.
Wait, what's happening? The Earth Directorate has found a flaw in you. Gluttony. Food, food, food. You don't let a single bite or drop go to waste. Your food and drink now heal for more. But you move slower in combat? Are you kidding me? No, thank you. Hold escape to reject. Give me something where I move faster in combat, please. Schultz's sketchpad. This clipboard is filled with rough cartoon sketches of a Pratt participating in a variety of non-Sprat activities, such as piloting a dropship, playing pitchball. Big blocky letters announce, The Adventures of Scrabbles the Sprat in Space! Every page is signed simply by the artist, Schultz. Okay. So, Schultz is modeled after Charles Schultz, who makes the Snoopy cartoon, I guess. I guess that's the idea here. Pleberoni says, all right, man, I'm heading out and I will see you later. Pleberoni, have a good one. Thanks for being here. And thanks for all the stuff you did, Pleberoni. I think, Pleberoni, you did a sub, you did likes, you did gifts on TikTok. I think you did a ton of stuff, Pleberoni. Thank you so much for being here. That was very cool. You kicked the stream off well. Let's see here. G Honey B says, see you soon. Pleberoni says, I'll see you later. Strum is here. Strum says, would you rather be a part of the Enclave or a part of Caesar's Legion? The Enclave for sure, but I don't like the Enclave. I mean, this is just me picking lesser evils for me as a person right now. Caesar's Legion or Caesar's Legion, depending on how you pronounce it. But I don't find any redeeming qualities in Caesar's Legion. What's happening?
Pleberoni, I gifted 1 subscriptions to the community.
Hey, another one! Pleberoni is going out with a bang. What was that? What happened?
We reached our new subs goal of 100. Thank you, everyone.
Pleberoni kicks us over to 100 subs? Are you kidding me right now? That's so cool. Pleberoni, thank you so much. You probably have already taken off, but that is so nice. Pleberoni, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's very cool. We have hit 100. All right. That is so nice. Let's see. So many comments. That's so cool. Pepperoni says, no problem. Pepperoni says, hey! And then Metaclix picks the Legion. And then G Honey B says, hey! Everybody's happy about the subs. Strum says, Metaclix, I'm pretty sure a majority of people who worked on the original Fallout also made Outer Worlds and Fallout New Vegas. Really? Majority? I mean, I know a lot did, but the majority, wow. Metaclick says at this point we all have to be subbed, right? I mean, a lot of those subs come at random, but I think a lot of the people here are now, which is very nice. Sir Poopbutt says, currently inside my submarine in GTA Online right now. And then Sir Poopbutt says, sadly, no, I didn't get a sub. Pleberoni says, all right, have a good one, y'all. Thank you so much, Pleberoni. I will see you soon. Real Sir Puffington says, we've seen the Outer Worlds.
That's
when do we see
incoming.
Inner Worlds? If you know what I mean. Welcome in, Sir Puffington. Nice to see you here today. Sir Puffington, this has been a wild stream, my guy. This is not a normal stream. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Nice to see you here, my guy. Let's see here. G Honey B says, yeah, my sub was a gift. Strum says, didn't Obsidian make Outer Worlds? Yes, totally did. But do you think, Strum, that the people who made Outer Worlds 2, the one I'm playing right now, do you think that the majority of those people is like the majority that made New Vegas and Fallout 1? Because, I mean, Fallout 1 is now 30 years ago. I've got to assume that a huge chunk of those people have retired out of the industry. They're not even available anymore. They just pulled Tim Kaine out of retirement. They pulled him back. I got to assume a lot of people are gone, but you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Metaclick says, I've been subbed for months and everyone seems to be subbing all the time. I mean, some people extend subscriptions out. Yeah. Metaclick says, I was wondering something. If a streamer has a 100% of viewers with a sub, then do they make less than they would with ads? Oh, I have no clue. No, I do have a clue. Metaclicks, I think that paid subs is more than ads. Because it shows me on the back end what I get from ads, and it's like pennies. But what I get from subs is dollars. I think you guys usually pay like $5 for a sub, and if you get a discount, you're paying like $4 maybe. And I get a little less than half, so I'm getting like $1.50 from a sub, $2 from a sub, depending on how much you guys paid in the first place. But I'm getting like 25 cents, 50 cents, $1 for an entire live stream from ads for everyone. So that feels very different, but I don't know. Anyway, Glowbug says, mine seems to automatically renew each month. Strum says, maybe, but I'm not 100% sure that most of the staff who worked on it retired. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with the idea that the same group has kind of been working on all three of those. It's just, it would surprise me if it's a majority at this point. Like, it's probably a bunch. I'm sure there are people who we could find in the credits of those games that have worked on all three. We could find the same name in one that's also in Vegas, that's also in Outer Worlds. But I think Fallout 1 was 97, right? So 97 to 2007, 17, 27. Okay, so it's not quite 30 years. It's 28 years. Metaclick says, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I think it is good, Metaclicks, you're right. Strum says, I do know that the majority who worked at Black Isle Studios made Obsidian. Yes. Metaclick says, yeah, mine does not renew automatically, but I do make sure that I am, so I support and keep my streaks. I mean, the streaks are great. I'm kind of happy. We have two of you. It's you, Metaclicks, and Flamingo, who are now going down toward like the 50 streak, which is kind of awesome. And then Strum says, I know the majority who worked at Black Isle Studios made Obsidian. We got that one. Poopbutt says, Tembabuk. earned from ads? Wait, what is a babook? Flamingo says, I'm at 28 streak now. There we go. There we go. Strum says, would you rather own NCR power armor or Tesla power armor? Oh, Tesla any day of the week. The Tesla armor is so cool, I think. That's like a really easy choice, Strum. At least for me it is. I mean, Tesla's awesome. Pooput says, I'm at 5 watch streak. Not bad. Sir Pooput, I think here's what I've got in my system right now. If you hit 10 watch streak, you get announced. If you hit 25, you get announced. If you hit 50, you get announced. And then it's 50, it's every 50 after that. So 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, and so on and so on. And then Pooput says, oh no, it's freezing. And Metaclick says, would you ever think when I first met you that I become a mod and a friend, in my opinion? What's that? What happened?
Gesticulating Cephalopod just subscribed for 5 months on Twitch.
Dang! Pod, does that put you at the top of the list right now on Twitch? It's you and Cheese. You and Cheese. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Dang, now I'm stuck again. This is twice on this stream somebody has renewed for 5 months, which means, what am I? I'm now locked in for December, January, February, March, April, maybe even a little bit into May. May 18th is going to be my birthday. So we'll have a big celebration then. We'll celebrate all your 5 months subs running out and me having a birthday. Oh goodness. Let's see here. Strum says NCR power armor is only good for scrap metal. Remove the servos and it's harder to use. Oh, and we missed Metaclicks. Metaclicks says, would you ever think when I first met you that I become a mod and a friend, in my opinion? You know, yes, weirdly. Not because I had a feeling or any knowledge, but I was super happy to have help. Do you know what I mean, Metaclicks? Like, as you grow, you have these growing pains and you don't know what you're going to do about them. And you have this like chaos moment at each time there's a growing pain. There's this chaos moment where you don't know what's going to happen or how you're going to solve things. And you were awesome. So that was an easy win. Strum says something about the NCR armor is scrap metal. Just remove the servos. Pod says, woohoo, I've been here so long. Pod says, no, I didn't renew for 5 months. I've just been a subscriber for 5 months. Oh, that's so cool. And then I missed some, hold on. I missed a comment. There are now so many comments are scrolling off the screen and I want to see it. It was a big one. It was G Honey B. G Honey B says, I want to get a bit sappy here, but I very, very enjoy this community and Old Man. He's so amazing. I don't think he realized how much better he makes my days. I could just sit here and listen all day. It's so comforting. I enjoy the vibes you bring. Jenny B, you're going to make me tear up. That is so sweet. That is really nice. Damn, I'm really glad I scrolled back for that. That was really cool. Thank you, G Honey B. You are super sweet to me. And actually, G Honey B, you are double sweet, and there's a reason you're double sweet. And it's because not only did you write this nice thing, but you have been in the community and doing nice stuff for a while now. And so I've been appreciating you for a while because I think we definitely are better off with you hanging out. So I appreciate that very much. Metaclick says, yeah, you're stuck with us now. Sir Poopbutt says, allow me to sink someone else's submarine real quick.
Thanks for the gift, Mahamud Elmi on TikTok.
Thank you, Mohammed. All right, on TikTok. That's so nice. Pod says, I didn't renew for 5 months. Oh, we got that one. Globug says, when I can't sleep, I like the late night streams because he's so easygoing. That's cool, Glowbug. I've heard from Lucian. You guys know Lucian? Lucian will come in every now and then, but he comes in like as he's going to bed, and it seems like he just leaves the stream on while he's sleeping overnight, and then he wakes up and he says good morning. That's kind of fun. Jenny B says, yeah, he's pretty easygoing. Metaclick says, yeah, we help each other. You help me and I help you. It seems like a good trade. I agree. Glowbug says, it's also easy on my work schedule because I can unwind at the end of the night. And then G Honey B says, welcome. And Muhammad sends a goat. Thank you, Muhammad. It was a goat that you sent me? That's so cool. G Honey B says, I appreciate you too. Thank you. That's so nice. Metaclick says, yeah, I'm the same. You have become in my top 5 friends. When I first joined, you helped me through some hard shit. And now I'm in a good place in life. I would be sad if you stopped. Oh, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. We're gonna go. We're gonna do it. Speaking of which, let me see if I can get your comments back to normal now that we caught up to the chat. And let's get back into the game and let's see if we can keep going. I think there's nothing to do here with the sketch pad. We just saw it and it's just cool. So we'll just say okay to that. What do we have to do here in the game, guys? This is, if I remember correctly, this was called the forward base or something like that with Commander Torres.
User Metaclick says.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to take a break to hang with Shadow.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Herod Torres fought off 50 raptidons back on Tau Ceti using only a bolter pistol. It's like he came onto the battlefield straight from the serials. 50? Please. From the reports I've read, he fought 73 barehanded, covered in cysty pig juice.
Although I am flattered by the remunerations of my exploits, both are over-exaggerations. 47 was the proper count, and the cysty pig juice was a calculated error on my part.
Okay. Torres is Torres. We're going to leave Torres alone. Torres wants me to get a stuffed animal from the minefield for him. That's just probably not going to happen. G Honey B says, yeah, go hang with Shadow. Metaclick says, that woman voice actor reminds me of V from Cyberpunk. Wait, really? Oh, a little bit. A little bit. That's so funny. You know, when you said that, Metaclicks, I immediately thought of the girl in Cyberpunk that I'm attracted to, not V. Ruby? I can't remember her name. Starts with an R. And I was like, no, her voice doesn't sound like that at all. But then I realized I was thinking of the wrong person. She does sound like V.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
Flamingo goes, you're thinking of Judy. You're right. I am thinking of Judy. I was like, yeah, the two voices down there didn't sound anything like Judy. But no, you didn't mean Judy. You meant V. So we have a small problem. And that is, we're going into Protectorate territory, and I don't wanna. And they also said there are some living people here that have been strung up. I don't see them. I do have a gun. That is not a good zoom. I have a different gun with a better zoom, don't I? Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the zoom. Could have sworn I had a better zoom. I don't know what people they're referring to. Hey, baby. How you doing? You made food? What'd you make? Oh, yeah? Just enough for you? You did a ton even for me? Oh my god, you made a ton. Okay. Well, the gang was telling me that I should definitely pay attention to you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Can you guys hear her? Woo-hoo-hoo, you got her to go off. Oh my god. Okay.
User Metaclick says, got your back.
Real Sir Puffington says, Outer Worlds looks how Fallout 4 looks when I'm vaping Kratom. What is Kratom? Do you know?
Kratom
Kratom.
is a plant thing. I know that I put it in energy drinks sometimes. I've never had it.
Oh. And you can vape it.
Apparently it's wildly, like, you get really, really bad withdrawals from it. So.
Oh, dang. Sir Puffington, be careful. She says bad withdrawals.
I've never had it. I don't know. I just watched someone talk about it.
Oh, okay. Glowbug says, she's right, you know. Old man Fallout. Yeah. Alright, guys, so here's what we're going to do then. I want to stay streaming because I have 19 viewers on YouTube, which is really good, and I want to keep the numbers. The problem is I can't, because I'm going to go sit with this cutie, and we're probably going to take a little while. So I don't want to leave the stream just hanging for like an hour while I'm lavishing attention on this cute girl. So what that means is we have to stop here, which I'm sort of bummed about because this is like really fun. But here's what I'm going to do, if it's okay with Shadow. Would you agree that after you go to sleep, I could stream again? We'll just make sure that you're not woken up. Okay, great. All right, so gang, here's what we'll do. We're going to find somebody to raid right now, and then we're going to come back and stream later on tonight, and maybe we'll raid a second time. Flamingo says, do the VOD. No, then just end and restart. Yeah, we'll absolutely end and restart.
User Metaclick says, enjoy your time.
Oh, yeah. And then Pod says, okay, Old Man Fallout, you do your thing, good sir. I absolutely will, and you too. I got to show you guys, I have to show her some of this stuff. Pod, I have to show her your comments that made me just, yeah, I was dying. They went off. It was so damn funny. All of a sudden, like, one person started talking to Jarvis and was like, hey, Jarvis, can you do blah? And then another person was like, hey, Jarvis, can you do blah? And the next thing I knew, my chat was flooded with, like, literally, like, 50 people going, Jarvis, do this, Jarvis, do that. It was so fun. All right, let me see if I can find... Hold on, let me save. Let's save. Okay, we got that good? Let's see if we can find somebody to raid, you guys. Guys, we could raid Mortar Mike. He's pretty cool. Oh, okay, we have choices, you guys. You guys get to do a little vote here. We can do 128 Grazer, my good friend. She's also a Gen Z girl. And not Gen Z, Gen X. She's a Gen X girl. She's playing Vampire the Masquerade. So we can raid Grazer. That's our first option. But then our second option is to raid Mortar Mike. And Mortar Mike is doing Game Awards Watch Party. So if you want to do Game Awards Watch Party, that's Mortar Mike. Do I have anybody else who's doing... It looks like a lot of people are doing Game Awards watch parties. Dang, okay. So Vampire or Game Awards, what do we want? Metaclick says, no, do 128 Grazer. And then Pod says, yeah, do Grazer. And Glowbug says, do Grazer. We're all doing Grazer. Okay, everybody wants Grazer. Raid 128 Grazer. Let's start that raid and see what happens. 5 viewers ready to raid. 8 viewers ready to raid. Hell yeah, guys. Thank you so much. All right, we got a bunch of you. Okay, the raid is ready. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to raid Grazer now. I will see you all soon. Thanks again.